Hey Hattiesburg, it's Toby Barker. We're down here at the 361 Storm Shelter talking with Glenn Moore, Executive Director for the Forest County Emergency Management Association, about Hurricane Zeta. And so, Glenn, I know that this is something that's intensified and strengthened more than people originally thought. When do we think that our area and the Pine Belt, particularly Forest and Lamar counties, could start seeing some effects?
You know, Forest County is a long county, so obviously the south end of the county is going to receive winds before the rest of the county does. For that area, the Brooklyn, Carnes, Maxey communities, probably by 4 o'clock this afternoon, they'll start seeing tropical storm force winds. As the storm moves north, that will bring Hattiesburg probably by 5 o'clock, Petal 5 o'clock is whenever they start seeing the first tropical storm force winds.
When do we think, when we say tropical storm force winds, what range are we looking at, sort of at the front part, and how long does it last, and what could we get to in terms of wind speeds?
Tropical storm force winds is anything over 39 miles an hour. Probably the peak wind gust right now that's forecast is for the south end of the county is around 90 mile an hour, and those are wind gusts, not sustained winds. And then even Hattiesburg will probably see the lower 80 mile an hour wind gust. Those will be around the 8, 9, 10 o'clock hour. And this thing's going to be moving really fast, probably 25 miles an hour. So it's probably going to be completely out of here by midnight.
So the big thing is, if you can, be home by 5 o'clock, be home by 5 o'clock. This is going to happen today. We're going to get sustained winds, 40, 50, 60 mile an hour with gusts up to the mid-80s. And so that's important for you to adhere to that, is try to be home by 5 o'clock. And Glenn, in terms of storm shelter, will the shelter be open? What time? Are there any special protocols this year with COVID?
Yes, we will open at 2 o'clock today, and we will have the standard COVID safety protocols that we've had through every event. But one change today is the National Guard, in partnership with the Department of Human Services, is going to offer COVID testing on site. It'll be the rapid test. You get your results in 15 minutes. But we want to make sure everybody knows that if you do not want to take that test, if you don't feel comfortable taking the test, you're not going to be turned away. You're still going to be able to come into the shelter. If you test positive, there is a separate safe room that within the facility here that you'll be able to seek shelter for the duration of the storm.
And what's the location, the address of this shelter right here?
The address is 946 Sullivan Drive, and it's located behind the Forest County Multipurpose Center.
And just so everyone knows, please wear your mask when you come to the shelter. Also, if you need a ride, Hub City Transit will be giving rides up until 5 p.m. And at 5 p.m. we'll be shutting off transit services. But if you need a ride here, and if you live in Hattiesburg, you can go up till 5 p.m. and call 545-4500. If you're in the county, you can call your sheriff's department, and they will come get you as well until it is unsafe to do so. Glenn, is there anything else residents need to know in terms of rainfall? I know that typically we have some low-lying areas in Hattiesburg. What can we expect in terms of rainfall?
The rainfall is probably not going to be as great of an issue just due to the storm moving so fast. Probably 2 to 4 inches is what we're looking at here for Forest County.
All right. So the big thing again is the things we fear the most are obviously those sustained winds that can bring down trees. Some areas in Hattiesburg which can take on water very quickly. The big thing is, if you want to be safe, just get home by 5 o'clock and don't get back out on the roads once the wind picks up and once the rain starts. If you can do that, we can all get through this okay. We're going to be closing city offices at 2 o'clock today. I know that Forest County is doing the same. And again, if you need a ride at the shelter, we'll be doing that until 5 p.m. This evening. You can call 545-4500, and we'll actually have that action line number open throughout the evening. It'll be forwarded to the Emergency Operations Center. So encourage you all to stay safe. Stay tuned to the Forest County Emergency Management Facebook page, the City of Hattiesburg Facebook page. Of course, follow weather developments with WDAM and all of our other partners. We encourage you to make good decisions tonight, and we'll hope to see you on the other side of this thing.